What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of doing Build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. I cannot wait to get into this. Right, we have two books in this one. So this is saying it's issue 5. By it saying issue 5, it just means that it's got all the issues in there. So we've got stage 11, which is issue 11, issue 12. Also, we have issue 13 and 14 coming up. So in this video, we're just going to be doing issue 11, which is just here, which you have to check off all your pieces and then you have to go into the book. They also give you special issue 1, which is going to be the, let's just open it up and have a look. So we've got the Proton Pack that we are going to be building as well, but we'll be doing that in another video. I just wanted to show you that we got all this in this batch, and we do have confirmation that we have more of these on the way, so that's really good. Right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to get out all of our pieces. So this is what you should have. I love this little logo here with the GM. I think it's really professional. These are all the pieces that you should have there. What we're going to do is we're just going to take them out of the packaging and go through what we have, and then we will start building. Okay guys, we have now got all our pieces out there just here. So these pieces are coloured blue. Some of this is metal, you know. So this piece here is metal. There's quite a few plastic bits, but there are some metal bits. That's metal too. There are a few plastic bits here, but you know, some of the structure here is really cool. You need BP screws, FP screws, GM screws, and EP screws. You would need the power steering pump support, which is 11A, which is this metal section here. 11B, which is the power steering pump itself, is going to be this section here. Also 11C, power steering pump cap, which is going to be this small section here. That's the power steering cap there. Then you will need 11D, which is the power steering pump and plate, which is going to be that section there. A power steering pump pulley inner, which is 11E, which is just going to be one of these round circles. It says 11E on it, so you can't get it wrong. It says 11E on there. 11F is the power steering pump pulley outer, and that is going to be one of these, which is not that one. So it's going to be this one, I think. So that's going to be the cap, maybe. I don't know whether it's printed. So that says 11F, so that is the one. So it will be that one there. So that's 11F. 11G is the pressure hose, which is going to be the metal piece there. Crankshaft pulley base, which is 11H. 11H is going to be this one here. 11I, which is a crankshaft pulley rear. That is going to be one of these round circles. That's going to be that one there. And 11J, which is a crankshaft pulley center, which is another round one, which doesn't look like this one. So I don't know whether we are missing a piece or not. But I don't see another one of those round circles, which is quite worrying. Which is why we do parts checks. Right, so 11J I can't see. 11K, which is a crankshaft pulley front, which is going to be that one there. And I'm just going to go and check the package and make sure we are not missing one. Unless these are together. Let's just have a look, make sure we're not missing one. Right, so guys, I don't have one in here. We will continue to build if we can. It's hoping that the 11I and 11J look exactly the same. So it is basically two of these. But we have an 11E, but we don't have an 11J, which I don't know. Let's see how we get on. There isn't one here, so I don't think I've got one on the floor when I was opening the packaging now. So it could be that we just got a problem here. Right, so let's go to stage 11. So we are going to be doing the power steering pump and crankshaft pulley. The first thing it's asking us to do is get figure A. Figure A is 11B and 11A, and we need to join those two together. So we need to take this piece and we will need to join that into there. There are already little cutouts for it to go into, so you shouldn't get it wrong. It's asking for that to be up at the top there, so that will go into here, and then we need to connect this with 2 BP screws. We'll go ahead and do that and we'll pop back in a sec. So there you have it guys, that's that piece now together. So I don't know if you can see here, hopefully the lighting is going to do us some justice today. There are 2 screws, just one above there and one down there. They're the 2 BP screws. You want to have it this way round. There is a little corner tab here which goes on the top for when that is there as well. And then that little nozzle section there which should stick up like this. So that's how that should go together. Right, so it's saying figure B is having this section here and then piecing it together. So you want to take 11D. 11D is going to be this one here with the two little lugs inside of it. And what you need to do is just place that little cap inside this hole here. So that needs to go in there. There is a little cutout by the looks of it for that to recess into. So let's try and get that lined up if we can. So there we go. And then on top of that, you need to have figure C. And figure C, so we just need to pop that down there for a second like that to keep that together. Figure C is going to be the bit with the long end, and you want to have 11E. So 11E is going to be one of these round ones. And 11E just pops over the top of that like so. And then that goes into the main structure itself from the back there. So that just pops over there, and then so that will go through out the back there. And then what you need to do is take an EP screw. So we've got an EP screw ready here, so just grab an EP screw. These like to give us nice fiddly things to do, but it's fun because, you know, if we didn't have much to do, then there wouldn't be any point of this build. So let's just screw that up. Let's not go too tight with it, but just make sure it's together. There you go. So that's what it wants us to do there. So you have the cap there now, that section that we built, with that at the top. And at the back here, you should have those two little pivot points at the back there, as you can see. Two little top bits there. And then that's just all screwed together there by that little EP screw. It's asking us to put the cap on top. So at the moment, we're okay without that piece. We probably will come up to it in a moment where we will need it. And then this cap should just push into place, because after all, it is just a cap. So there you go. So then that's the cap on top there, as you can see there. Right, so the next thing it's asking us to do is attach this to the bad boy engine. So we will go and do that now. So you will need to go grab your engine, guys. So big. I do love this engine so much. So we've got the engine here now. And what we're going to need to do is we need to make sure we get it around the right way. So it's asking us to install it on this side, on there. So we need to put two of the screws in. Make sure you got it around the right way. So it's asking it to go in like that. So that's why that bit's cut out there. So that's quite clever. To put them in place, we need two FP screws. So we're just going to go and whack these FP screws in, and we will come back to you again in a second, okay? Okay then guys, so that is that section there. So I don't know if you can see it with my terrible lighting right now, but we have two screws that have got in there. So those two screws that are in there, the FP screws are holding this section together, just like that on the back section of the engine there. And then you do need to now attach it with a rod. This is probably going to be quite fiddly to do, but what they are asking us to do here is attach this with a rod. So the rod here will go onto there, and then that will join onto the engine over here with a screw. So that just sort of sits in place there with a screw inside it, and then another EP screw onto the engine. What we'll do is we'll attach it together, and then we'll show you what that looks like when we've done it, okay? Guys, I really do love how intricate this thing is. So, right, so this is the bar that's now installed. So it has to go on the back here with the EP screw in the back there, and then that joins this section here on there. So what I had to do was I did have to undo this section there and then spin it around, because these two little knobbly bits need to be at the back. There is a little cutout for it to sit in place. Make sure that that's in there, okay? And then you want to have it so it looks like this when it's done. So I don't know if you can see that bar there, but that bar is holding this, and it's making it so stable. Everything is so well held together. So right, so the next thing it's asking us to do is to join some bits. I'm hoping that we've got all these here and that we're not missing anything. When we did the checklist, it didn't look great. So okay, so what it's asking us to do then? Right, here we go. So it's asking for 11K, 11J. Then it's asking for 11L. And then you need to have it this way round, the other way round, just having it round the wrong way. The way round where it all holds it all together, there you go. So, and then when you go to put that into place, that will just sit on there, like that. Screw that up. Make sure not to cross thread it or anything. So that's so cool. We'll do that up again in a moment, but that's just where it's got to go into place. So you should have something that looks a bit like that. So then this will spin around there. So that's looking really cool. So that's where that goes on there. That was a bit fiddly to do. I wasn't really reading the instructions very well to show you guys what to do there. But I need to put this bit back on because this piece just goes on there. So ignore that piece for now because that just goes behind that section there. But when you are complete, you should have the engine looking like that. So the engine should look like this when complete there, which is really cool. And this is what it looks like in this time. Obviously there's a couple of bits missing there, but that is the engine now. It's so dark because it's so dark blue, whereas the DeLorean engine was silver. You could see everything really well, and here it's just a bit more difficult to see what we're doing. But I will bring the lighting down for next time we do the next video. Right, so guys, in the next video we're going to be doing stage 12, which is the engine fan and cooling pipes. So I can't wait to do that with you. It looks like another fiddly one again, so we will hopefully get that right. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.